Hey guys, Ray from the Love You RV and Boat. So when I last left you, we were anchored in an anchorage called Crawford Anchorage right about here. And our plan for the next day was to hopefully do a long day and get all the way up right here. But Mother Nature didn't cooperate, and we ended up going to a place called Forward Harbour. So in this video, we'll show us puttering out of this anchorage and then down here to Blind Channel Marina. Needed to stock up on a few supplies at the grocery store there, and did a pretty good job of docking. They offered a dock space that was pretty tight and tricky, but she did a good job at that. Then we came out of there and went through this Greenpoint Rapids. It was at a slack tide, so no problem there. Motored down this channel here, Chancellor Channel, until we got right about here. And this is up here is Forward Harbour in Douglas Bay. So we had to go through another tricky location, Whirlpool Rapids. So I have some footage of us going through there. It was coming at us, 2 or 3 knots. We were slowing the boat right down coming through there. It's pretty cool to see. But then, of course, at the worst possible time, it started pouring rain and got a little windy. We continued on, came around the corner into Sunderland Channel, and there was just a wall of white sky and kind of fog, and it didn't look so appetizing. So better safe than sorry. We doubled back and came into Forward Harbour here, Douglas Bay. We thought we would just stay one night, but the winds got stronger and stronger out in Johnstone Straits, so we ended up staying there 3 or 4 nights. Anyway, we'll give you this video, and then in the next video, we actually make it to our destination. Well, we had a nice, relaxing overnight next to this island. Everything was dead calm. So we woke up this morning and we looked at the weather reports, and the winds are going to be fairly light in Johnstone Strait today. It's kind of a good weather window. So we're going to make a big push, probably about 6.5 hours, right up Johnstone Strait. First, we're just going to stop off at Blind Channel and pick up some food items, some fresh food items there that we need. I'm going to hold off for the major shop till we get up into the Broughton so we can buzz over to Port McNeill. Anyway, stay tuned. Here's an aerial view of the Blind Channel Marina. Up here they have a grocery store and a restaurant. Anyway, we were just stopping for, 20 minutes, half an hour to do some shopping. So they directed us to go on, this is a fuel dock here. There was already boats lined up here, and there was one spot right here for us to get into, so they directed us there. There was quite a large boat docked over here, so Anne had to come in this way, bow in here, and then spin around and drift into the dock. And you can see this little part that sticks out. That's kind of an obstruction to be doing that, but she did a perfect job. And I have a couple of videos from my security cameras that kind of show that. On the back.
Well, this is a tricky spot, isn't it? Yes. It's easier to come in the other way.
It seems to be pushing. got your stern. Good, you're good. Okay. Oh, I got the rest.
Alright.
Good.
Wasn't that a tricky little spot to get into?
Yeah. At least it seemed like the current was, yeah.
That's why, yeah.
Okay, on the back, you get about 8 feet. Good on the back. Go forward a bit. Okay, on the back. Stern's slowly coming. It seems to be pushing you in, so that'll drift you in. Ready?
Yeah.
You just got your stern. Good, you're good. I'm getting off. I got the thrust. You're good.
Wasn't that a tricky little spot to get into?
Yeah. At least it seemed like the current was pushing in. Yeah, you're good. Good.
Go straight on to the next star to the right, and then no morning.
What's that?
Peter Pan.
Oh.
Good, straight off.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Thanks. Ready?
Yep.
Yeah, push. Okay. 3 feet on the stern. Stay cleared at the front. You have 3 feet on the back.
Yeah, you're good.
Very good.
Straight on to the next star to the right, and then no morning.
What's that?
Peter Pan.
Oh.
Good, straight off. Until
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Thanks. So we stopped at the Blind Channel Marina, got some more fresh food and some booze, and now we're heading back up Crawford Channel. I'm gonna go the back way here to Discovery, or no, Johnstone Strait as far as we can before we have to go out on the strait for a while. I just saw this tugboats. They got quite a big log boom here. They're getting ready to go through. They call this Greenpoint Rapids. You have to really time it at slack, especially when you got a load like that. Looks like we got another one with a barge. We got some maybe logging equipment trucks on there. Look like maybe fuel trucks. Maybe they just load the fuel truck onto the barge and then they take it where they need to pump some fuel. Woohoo! Fun stuff! Whirlpool Rapids.
Right in the middle there.
Yeah. Lots of current. Doesn't really show up on the camera probably.
Yeah, 2 knots a minute ago. Yeah, that's pretty good. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Just like that had to pass me in the early start, so we had to wait as well.
Yeah. Now you got the wake of this other thing.
Right through it.
Here's a good one.
That one over there is
Oh
the worst
yeah.
one. Gotta stay away from that. I gotta cut across and get past this. There's another one on the other side. Look at that, eh?
Yeah, that's quite the rip.
That's a good one. Wow. That's a goodie.
That gets Captain Ann's attention.
Whirlpool's in the rain.
Whirlpools in the rain.
It started to rain right here as we're going through.
Welcome to July 11th. It's just gorgeous. Must be at least 14 degrees out.
Oh, my layers are closed on. We're in the wind, they're in the rain.
Whirlpools.
I could go downstairs, but I can see them better up here.
Yeah.
I'd rather just wear my rain gear and stay up here.
Just about out of it.
Yeah, getting there. That guy's gonna bail after passing us.
Yeah. I don't know why he didn't pass us a long time ago. Waited to the worst spot to pass. And then
Obviously,
give us this big
policeman
wait.
hall here. He can play.
Yeah. There's a pretty good one there.
Yeah. Oh, maybe it's not gonna bail.
Well, I really didn't want to go to Forward Harbour, but seemed to be drawn to this place because just as we got through the whirlpools, it started pouring rain, fog thickened, and said the boat was slowing down due to all the current, so she decided to bail, and we'd spend a night here and get up early in the morning and complete our passage of Johnstone Strait. But the rain's gone, and it's actually looking like it's a pretty nice evening. Lots of other boats are kind of slowly coming in here, filling up the anchorage. Probably if you followed me, you remember this from last year. We actually ended up here for about a week or so because the winds wouldn't let us finish Johnstone Strait, so we really want to get through that. We're going to get up very early tomorrow and make the run, hopefully. So stay tuned. Well, we ended up bailing on our plan to do the big long trip and make it up closer to the Broughtons. The weather just wasn't cooperating, and said the currents was stronger against us than she thought, so it was going to take even longer. So we came into Forward Harbour. We were here last year for around, I think, 5 days or so. And unfortunately, the winds have kicked up in Johnstone Strait. There's actually a gale warning today, even though it's nice and calm this morning. It's just before 7 o'clock. It's not a bad place to anchor, fairly pretty. Last year I saw a bear right on that shore. Let's give you a look around. Sun's just come up. One of our neighbors has left. Imagine they might be going south though. Fairly long harbor here. We're in Douglas Bay right at the end. Kind of gives you a more sheltered anchorage. Sailboat over there. Then there's also a big yacht and a big sailboat over here. And a couple boats over there tied together. Can vary in the number of boats from maybe 3 or 4 to 10 or 12. There's quite a bit of room in this anchorage. Anyway, stay tuned. Well, July 14th, almost exactly the same time as last year that we were here, and almost the same time we're going to be leaving, kind of a day earlier than last year. So we had quite a bit of wind overnight, and especially into this morning, something blew through. Wind even found its way into here. It's kind of calmed down now. Still getting the odd gusts, but that wind brought a lot of boats in here. You don't see many this way, but when you turn this way, you see a lot of boats have come in, kind of get away from the wind out in the straits there. But it's supposed to calm down tonight, and we're getting kind of a weather window tomorrow that we can get up quite a bit further, almost to the Broughton, so we're going to take advantage of that. Probably a long day tomorrow. Get up early and get out into Johnstone Strait and up the strait and back into some more sheltered passages and inlets before the wind comes back. This is interesting collection here. One big boat has a boat on one side of it and a boat on the other side attached beside, and then they're stern tied as well. Anyway, like I said, it turned into a nice sunny day. It's all cloudy this morning, but sun came out, solar power working. Anyway, see you in the morning.
Oh yeah.